Hello and welcome to the Good Imaginations podcast. Tonight we will journey to the Enchanted Castle, where you can unwind, reorient yourself, and if you would like, fall fast asleep. Before we begin our adventure, make sure you're settled. If you are seated, get comfortable. Listen to your spine and relax your shoulders. If you are lying down, get your covers and pillow where you want them. Create your nest. Very good. Now, take 3 deep breaths with me in preparation for the journey ahead. Let go of your day and travel to a vacation for your mind. Imagine with me. See, smell, and be present. Breathe with me now. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow and even. 1, 2, 3, 'Very good. Now, shut your eyes and let's drift off to the site of tonight's adventure. You stroll down the vast stone corridor, and you smile at your castle. You're in the east wing of a castle with 600 rooms. At the moment, you stand not too far from your lush and lavish bedroom. You stand in a hallway and look around. The bricks of the castle, all around you, are golden brown, the colour of lazy afternoon sunlight, and there is a good feeling that comes from them. You suppose dark, broody bricks would make you feel sad or oppressed, but the castle as a whole has a feeling of openness and light, wide and sweeping, like sun-swathed clouds on the horizon. The ceilings are tall, the corridors are wide, and chandeliers hang every few feet that keep the place vibrant with life. The windows, too, are enormous. You are passing 2 windows now, each one bigger than most bedroom walls. High and grand, with lattice running all the way across. Through the glass, you see the dark pines that grow outside the castle wave in the wind, and a light storm spatters the glass. The drops of rain hang like jewels and glitter in the light of the chandeliers. The carpet is deep blue and speckled with golden stars. You scurry across it now in your red silk slippers. You are headed down to the kitchens to bake a pie, you think. Thunderstorms always make you want to roll pie crust by candlelight. There is a lot of castle to walk through before you get there, and you are delighted to take a stroll. The castle is quiet tonight. It can feel lonely, a huge place like this. Most castles have servants to bulk them up, but this one doesn't need them. Everything is enchanted. It works by magic. The lights stay lit, the windows swing open, the carpets clean themselves after a few words of a spell are uttered. That means there are a lot fewer people here, and no one is doing anything unpleasant, like polishing the suits of armor. Instead, about 40 people live here. Scholars, and a few witches, and a sort of hermit fellow who never leaves the attic, and 16 teenage orphans, and several artists like yourself. Anyone is welcome, but not everyone finds this place. It's hard to find. You have to wander through the cliffs, across the rickety bridge, into the pine forest, brave the wolves. It's not easy. You have to really decide you want to find it, or you stumble across it accidentally. Now that you're here, of course, you're not trapped. There are boats made of red paper, boats that sail up into the air and carry you wherever you'd like to go. Some of the guests have been brought back that way, rescued from whatever life they were in by a strange person in the sky. Some people say yes to someone riding in a boat made of paper. Some don't. But on and off, the castle fills up this way. Wanderers, the rescued. Not all the guests stay forever either. Some are here for weeks, some months, some years, deciding what it is they need to do with themselves, and then feeling ready to go back to the world and do it. You, however, think you might stay for forever. After all, why not? You feel at home in your core. All you want out of life is to gaze out of the huge, sparkling windows and know that that pine forest is yours forever. You never have to leave the fragrance. You never have to leave the strangeness and beauty of this castle. The castle is built on a plateau, surrounded on every side by dropping, plummetous cliff edges that stare down into nothing but circling birds far below. Or, on the other side, a deep river gully. Just on the other side of the gully, the pine forest whispers, dark and full of the spirit of wind. It is all sky on one side, and all the dark, brooding and circling of forest on the other. You like the sense of privacy. There is nothing but pure origin world blue, or mystic wild green, all around you. And then, in between, with as many colours as humanity can count, there is the castle. You burst out of the upper hallway and stride down several winding staircases. You pass corridors where the vaulted ceilings are painted purple with silver stars. You pass the huge double oak doors of the library. A mop is cleaning the floor all by itself as you pass. And you stick your head in. Ah, turquoise. Endless turquoise. Ceilings that may as well be the ballroom ceiling of a king. Walls that go up forever. Books of every colour, their soft leather spines slumbering on the shelves. You take a deep breath. You could stare at this room forever. It feels like staring into the ocean. Something endless. You scurry down a back staircase then, a staircase gleaming and wooden with small windows that look out onto the wild sky of the cliff edge. When you hit the bottom step, and your feet touch the rough ancient stone of the uneven floor, you are in the pantry of the kitchen, and there are onions hanging above your head. You step through the sneezy scent of spices and into the kitchen. You shut the pantry door behind you and take a deep breath. That's the stuff. There are more huge windows in this room. They look out on the cliff edges, at the thin weeds growing in between cracks in the rock, at the deep wild blue going down into mist. You smile and cross to the large wooden table in the centre of the room. Take a glance up at the exposed beams in the airy ceiling, the network of copper pots and hanging herbs. You smile. Soon you will gather a large clay bowl and fill it with billows of flour and salt and bits of golden butter. Pie crust. Castle. You can't wait.